All right, people, what is going on? Back with another video, and today I want to talk about the recap of training camp. It just began, so I want to do a small recap of the first 2 days. Most people say this is the unofficial time or the unofficial beginning of the season of football, and it's a lot going on over here at the Atlanta Falcons, and I want to discuss a few things that I see that's pretty interesting, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know, but I'm gonna give my 2 cents about what's going on and the ups and downs and the potential and the optimism that's there. Before I get started, I want to thank the Patreon members. If you guys are interested, the link is down in the description. If you want to become a Patreon member, I do extra content over there. All the guys who do pledge on Patreon, they're right under me in this video, where they pick a tier to find out wherever they want to pledge on Patreon. Also, I do the First and Frame Rate show every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern, where I talk about more Atlanta Falcons stuff, things around the NFL, probably a little bit of college football, because I talk about Georgia Southern football as well. And you can call in on that show as well. Other than that, I do appreciate all the support. Thank you, everybody who's been watching the content. I really, really appreciate it. Everything is optional, but it helps build the content. All right, let's get into this. First and foremost, you know that training camp has started and they did a few press conferences, and we're just going to get this out of the way because, a lot of people are buzzing about this whole thing about Julio Jones and the situation, what happened with him as he left the Falcons, ended up getting traded. So it got out. Well, I ain't gonna say it got out because Arthur Blank basically said it during the press conference that he tried to reach out to Julio, and Julio never got a chance to speak to Julio. All he known that Julio wanted to trade, and they basically, he handed it off to the GM Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith to find a place for him to be traded to. It's really unfortunate when you think about it. And I already said my piece about him that he did not want to be here. But for him not to even talk to Arthur Blank, that tried to do everything for him to be happy with the organization, that really sucks. And but at the end of the day, hey, we got a new team here. I'm not about to sit here and just be down and out about it. It's a lot going on here, and I really like what's going on. So, sorry, owner Blank, sorry, Arthur Blank, sorry that had to happen to you. We wish we would have got a chance to speak with them, but people around the league or people that's on the Falcons fan base, we kind of know how we feel about Julio now, knowing most of the story and knowing everything about what we know now. I know Mad Mike right now on Atlanta Falcons Nation is really upset about it. I knew how I felt about it, and it really sucks because you should at least have some decency. Let's pass on that and let's talk about Grady Jarrett. He did a press conference as well. Grady Jarrett basically said, hey, look, he liked the process going forward. He's in love with Dean Pease and what he got going forward. And he kind of took a shot at Dan Quinn. I mean, everybody knows that he did. He said, without the motto and cliches, the goal is making the playoffs and making another Pro Bowl is still at the forefront for him. He's like, he doesn't like you don't want to hear about the mottos or whatever the case may be. I'm going to quote him. He said, I trust the process of what he has going with us going forward. Speaking of coach Arthur Smith. And I'm going all in about it. It's deeper than the message. It's about putting the product on the field, putting the work in. He made it clear that we're not going to be about slogans and all this. So you already know what he's talking about. The brotherhood thing and all gas, no brakes, and when we lost the Super Bowl, embrace the sucker, all that other stupid stuff. At first it was cool at first, but you found it started to get repetitive, and I was like, all right, I'm tired of hearing this. But let me tell you something about what he just said. He basically said that the guys who play the toughest, the guys who's going to perform the best in practice are the ones who are going to play. Bill Belichick has that philosophy. I think Pete Carroll also has that philosophy. And I'm going to college. Nick Saban, and I'm almost certain that Dabo Sweeney has that philosophy. All four of those guys who I've mentioned have been successful where they were. So to have this mentality is only right to be that way. And I'm all for it. So I'm definitely interested to see how that's going to play out because I've been all in ever since these guys came in and started talking. When Terry Fontenot started talking, when Arthur Smith started talking in these press conferences, I was just step back like, wait a minute, this is a different thing. This is not what we've seen before. This is not your Jim Mora's, I'm not even going down there with this. You already heard this before. It's not the other coaches. So I like to hear that. Speaking of the coach and the GM, you got the coach. I got the picture right here. Coach Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot discussing whatever they're discussing. I know this is always good, this football stuff. But Terry Fontenot said, I got it right here. Let me make sure I got it. He said, it's disrespectful to say that we're not going to be a good team. Once again, it's back to what I've been saying. These guys believe they can win what they got, and that's a good thing. You want to have that type of mentality. Even with the guys they brought in, the guys that they're put together with the draft, and I don't have them pictured, but Jalen Mayfield is actually putting in work. Richie Grant is putting in work. You hear about Avery Williams on special teams, Cordell Patterson on special teams. They're putting guys in place to be successful, and they're putting them into where their strengths are. You're talking about Mayfield probably moving around on the offensive line. You got Richie Grant possibly going to be moving around from free to strong safety, which I think he's going to be on strong safety for the most part. But no telling where he's going to be. He could be a nickel back that's probably going to blitz. We just don't know because Dean Pease got these guys doing everything. I like this mentality. They said this from the beginning. I put that, the videos out about them rebuilding. There's no rebuild. Terry Fontenot said no rebuild. Arthur Smith said no rebuild. I'll put those links up there so you can check those videos out in the card section. No rebuild. These guys are ready. They want to be a good team and they feel like they got it. And this is the type of stuff you want to hear when mandatory training camp starts. This is what's up. I love to hear about it. And so we're going to see how that plays out going forward. And I'm definitely interested about all of that. That's going to be awesome to see. Finally, before I get up out of here, at the end of today, we found out that the Falcons signed another wide receiver, which you also see pictured here. Jamon Moore, 6'3", 205, selected by the Green Bay Packers in the 4th round. Played for the Missouri Tigers, played 12 career games, played a little bit on special teams as well. Another big size receiver along with Tajay Sharp. I don't know. This kid might be something special. These guys got some type of eye for talent when they bring guys in. You look at the Jeff Hollands, the Tajay Sharps, the undrafted free agents that we got. Something is going on here in Atlanta, and I think it's going to be something special. All these guys are sitting here talking about it's going to be another, 4-12 or 4-13, 5-win season. I'm not trying to hear that. I think these guys could easily win 9 to 10 games. And I'll be on record to say that because I believe these guys can do what they have to do to be successful. They're putting guys in place. They're moving and shaking, and they're putting the right personnel in order for this team to be successful. And I cannot wait to see what these guys do. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later because I'm in the position to think these guys can win now. And I want to see them win now. They got them in time. Now, look, I haven't even talked about the linebackers. I haven't talked about the cornerbacks. I haven't even talked about the running backs. But this is the stuff that highlighted that I saw the past couple of days, and I wanted to highlight and talk about. And I know you probably heard about it, but this is my 2 cents on it. And I think this team is going to be really, really special. At least for the first year, they're going to be much improvement from last year. And I think this next 4 to 5 years, you're going to see something really nice here in Atlanta. And I cannot wait to see what happens. If you like this video, please let me know. Hit the like button, comment down below, share this video, let people know what I'm doing over here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank everybody who's subscribed so far. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, if you want to at least check out the Patreon, you can click the link and see what they got in order. What I got in order over there. I'm doing extra content for the guys over there when it comes to football and in gaming. So hopefully you guys will check that stuff out. I will see you guys on the next one. I will be doing the podcast, the show, First Appearance Show on Sunday. Y'all guys will see me there, and we'll probably dive even more deeper into what this whole training camp thing is going on. So hopefully you guys will catch me over there, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Peace.